what's up in YouTube land? Yes, this is a new 61366 Studios coming at you for a brand new place. That's where the recordings are done for the podcast, and I can't express how wonderful it is to be in a new place. It's been nerve-wracking, been quite the nerve-wracking last few months. As you can tell, I got a blemish here. There's a little spot that I get these deep-seated problems with my skin, and I have to kind of pick it, and that's gross. Anyway, so yes, welcome to the, I used to say podcast, welcome to the YouTube video to start all YouTube videos. So, what's been going on, right? So, what's been going on in my world, you wonder? Well, I moved, and I have a roommate now. His name is Chris, and we get along pretty darn well. I wanted to kind of just come on here and let you know that I am indeed still alive. If you're on my Facebook or on my podcast, you'll know full well that I am indeed still alive. And this has been quite the trial in my life, honestly. Just a lot of this and that has come up. I was doing Uber Eats and DoorDash. The car bit the dust. So now I'm without a job again. I say again. So all I really have to do is what's here in front of me, and with whatever time I have on my hands and everything. It's been a very eye-opening last few months, to be honest. A reminder that anything and everything can just happen when you least expect it, and there's always a light at the end of the tunnel somehow. So I have decided to try to expand my horizons in life, and basically what I'm doing is I talked to somebody not too long ago, a few months back, and I was going to help her with her music. She was going to call me when she got ready to. That never happened. I don't know if she's still contemplating it, or if she is just saying, no way. I talked to someone earlier tonight, and they seemed pretty interested in using the room here to record their deal. So doors are opening, and looking to get a job, and looking to honestly make a way doing something. I did apply online for a online tutoring job with Book Nook. We'll see what happens with that. I still have to check my email. Come think of it. So this is pretty much the first YouTube video. Not recording it whenever I thought I would record it, but I have recently set up recording space, and hopefully I can quit scouring the web for samples and all that, and just loop them around in Audacity and stuff. I got the screen over there. It has just about everything on it. So basically, what I'm doing now, I have 3 podcasts. I discontinued Salem Gray. Of course, I still have the 666 Shock Avenue, as well as Azrael King can pay his for extravaganza. Those 2 will continue. And let's see here, every Friday, starting this Friday, August the 5th, there will be new episodes dropped there. And I did manage to get my keyboard out, my guitar, my bass, and all that, and so I'm going to start recording on, I have 5 music projects that I'm over, so I'm going to start recording on them as soon as I can, really, and more details on that, and more details on releases when they come. I'm thinking next year I'll probably release my first album, full-length album, since 2010 or 2011, somewhere in there. So I think it was 2011 I last hit the studio for a metal project known as Decor Nightmare. The second I took Necro Nightmare's page off of Facebook, somebody snagged the name Necro Nightmare like they were waiting, and now they can't record for some reason. So rest in peace to that project, I believe. And it was a wrap project, so it went from metal to wrap, metal to wrap. But there's a YouTube video for Execute and Burned, and it was the early stuff, and I didn't know what I was doing. Well, now I do. And just setting the equipment up, everything took a while. I'm still actually navigating through that particular aspect of everything. And hopefully soon I'll have some pretty decent setups going on. There's a bigger room out there, the bedroom, and that son of a gun is in need of cleaning bad. It's just not clean. Boxes stacked up and stuff, and I'm probably gonna rifle through all that tonight while relaxing some drowning pool or whatever, or Rammstein or wherever else I can find. And it's a really great thing, and of course the keyboard is hooked up to the speaker system. I had dropped it on accident in December of last year. Doubt it would work, but it works, and I found a sustain pedal. No hands. So it works as well. So I've got the old trusty Fender Strat right here, and this is what I use to record guitar for whatever I do. And it's not hooked up right now. This is going to be used for a lot of stuff, and it's got the frog on the pick guard, which is cool, and of course the nice little Fender Strat logo. It's a Mexican made Strat. Sorry about the noise. It's a Mexican made Strat, but it sounds really good. I've got a Harmony 4-string black bass that I use. I have a lot going on right now, a lot of stress going on currently with my own personal life, and some issues have come up within my family with some health things going on. I lost my cousin about maybe 2-3 months ago or something, and it's been really difficult. It was difficult for a while to move past that, but deaths in the family reminds you of how lucky you are to have family at all, because it reminds you that you're not alone. And so, I feel really upset still by the passing of my cousin, and but I know she's resting in peace, which is all we can hope for. All we know is that she is resting in peace, which is great. It's a great assurance that somebody is indeed resting in peace, and is finally at rest. And there's nothing wrong with her. She had what we believe to be a stroke, and she was in her 50s. So, hey, things happen in life, and it just reminds us that we are indeed mortal when they happen to others that we are near, or whatever we have going on in life. If we have somebody to lean on or whatever, that's the thing. This behind me is a picture of a waterfall. Like up the waterfall. I thought it was pretty cool. Shine a bright light on it real quick. And that pretty, let me get it right. So it's a waterfall coming through a jungle-like area, which is nice. Of course, my ring light, which is too bright for the area in here. And it's a really good setup back here. It's more peaceful here. Of course, I got my Texas Pride. This came off of the 2003 Accord I was driving. This I found, someone was giving this away, and I just snagged it. So any decor I use on the set was either found or something, and I decided, hey, I should just use it. The waterfall picture was also found, and I kept it. And it's a very old picture, and I enjoy it. Just being here. There's a lot of things I haven't done in here yet, like I haven't hung lights around the border like I want to. That will change soon, I hope. And got a neon clock hanging right there. I gotta get an adapter for it because I don't have it. I, whenever I separated from my ex-wife or the other way around, I don't really know. Doesn't even matter what happened. Um, Divorce happens. It's just part of what it is in marriage, and I'm not remarried, never will be, don't even want to date anybody. That's just not in the cards. But I do want to move forward with my life, do as I wish, and it's not hurting anyone, it's not illegal, and it's not doing anything bad. It's just living in a state where I do podcasts and everything else. YouTube videos, music, whatever floats my way, I take. Taking opportunities in life is probably the most vital part of life. Something that you can do and not feel guilty about. And if it turns over any kind of monetary profit or whatever, or anything, if you get anything out of it, you should get satisfaction out of what you do. That's the greatest reward of all, above money, above everything else. Satisfaction matters. I did not go to school to learn how to do mixing or whatever. I have all the knowledge that I have, I've learned from trial and error. And I don't know, maybe soon I will show you around the studio. Whenever I get a video of things, whenever it's completed. Of course, if you look on Facebook, on any of the pages related to what I do, you'll see that the studio pictures have been posted, the behind the scenes, what's on the desk in front of me. I have a subwoofer, I have of course, my smokeless tobacco on my dip. I can't really go through a day without my dip. It keeps me level. Of course, I got a bag of veggie straws right there. Good chips. I'll show you. The stuff's really good. And it's good to keep on hand. Keeps me out of the hangry zone, I guess you could say. I do keep Tylenol in here and everything else because headaches happen. And it's a very small room. It used to be a washer and dryer hookup right there. See, hot and cold. I don't even touch them because I don't need water shooting everywhere. But I like to keep my trusty Igloo cooler in here, half a gallon, and I keep my effects files in here. I keep some Reese's in here. When I'm in here, it gets so hot back here that they're prone to melt. These are really, really good. Notice there's a lot of orange in this room for some reason. Orange and red. But I mean, it's a life, and I'm happy to have it, and it's not perfect, but it's still a life. I've dealt with some personal trials, some personal torments in my mind, and I'm resolving those little by little, and all I can do is hope for the best in that whole aspect of life, and everything will be okay. It's just a question of when, where, why, and how, you know, and I'm just really glad to be more, well, I would say more level-headed than I used to be. I haven't exactly been that quite a while. So it's a very, it can be very difficult at times to really, I guess it's kind of like a diary entry or something, right? The journal entry. Life has been kicking my butt, to be honest, and I'm dealing with a lot of things right now, but I'm choosing to press through them and not let them bother me as much as they could, and they could bother me a lot more. I have cut ties with a few people that I need to cut ties with, and the feeling was mutual. Now, I won't mention situations or names, but they were necessary to do so. And I just don't keep company with certain people. I choose not to converse with certain people for a reason. That reason is known to me and to that other person. And it's really sad that some people can't just get over certain aspects of differences of opinion and therefore just cut you out. And it proves loyalty. And on top of it all, they convince other people as well to get on their side, even though they're in the wrong, and do the same. So to those people, I'd just like to say, you don't know what you got till it's gone, and it's screwed up that you decide to cut me out over something that you knew was wrong on your end. And just so I clear the record, I am not an occultist. I'm not into the occult. I do a lot of occult aspects of my writing. The last thing I do is consult the occult for life's solutions to problems or whatever. I do watch a lot of racy things, like shock videos, etc. Does not mean I'm a bad person. And I'm pretty sure that anyone who truly knows me would know that. And also, I don't think I need to say more about that whole deal. Just know that, it's noted and everything else. So a lot of personal things I've been going through with certain situations, people acting irresponsibly and irrationally, and those people are no longer in my circle. And time will tell if one person in particular gains entry back into my circle, but that remains to be seen, and I'm currently contemplating whether or not I need to have this person in my circle. It'll become apparent eventually what the right move, what the right course of action will be for this. And I just like to live my life in a way that does not harm anybody else. And if it makes somebody happy what they do, let them do it. It doesn't matter. I have grown more morbid over time, which is pretty much a given. I watch a lot of YouTube videos on crime scene cleanups, cemetery tours, walkthroughs on cemeteries, and I don't really think that's that big of a deal, but it could be a big deal, I guess, to some. Anyway, enough about that. Currently, there is a film being worked on, and the script, it's just laying the foundation via script. I do have a partner on that, and as soon as I rewrite what was lost, because I lost the file, go me, then it's going to be a completely different route, more than likely, than what it originally was. That's the thing with me, I work sporadically, and I don't really stick with one particular thing when it comes to storylines. Sometimes I alter things and all that, but that's just me, of course. And it is what it is with it. So currently, I have plans for the YouTube channels, I have plans for the podcasts, I have plans for my personal life, book releases, etc. I have my hands plumb full with just about everything. And also, I would like to announce that today, August the 1st, 2022, that I am officially 4 years clean off of fentanyl. And that was a beast of a drug to kick. You never really truly kick it, you're just in recovery from something. The urge gets there every now and then, of course, just like with any dependence that you had. Addiction, whatever you choose to call it. An addiction, full-blown addiction. Looking like you're in your 70s at less than 40 years old is a pretty wild thing, which I'm grateful to be out of now. And I remember seeing pictures of myself after I quit the stuff and saying, who's that guy? Who is he? I don't recognize him. Well, that's because I'm not that guy anymore. But I did look old and decrepit. My mouth was sagging down. I had jowls forming more than, well, jowls, but, but I'm trying to think of current material to go with the YouTube channels. I do plan on releasing an English course, English A Thorough Approach. I plan on doing that. Excuse me. I still have COPD. It's something that you just don't get over, and it's more evident every day that I have it. That's why I switched to smokeless tobacco. And life has just been crazy. It's been one wild ride. Um, I'm doing the best I can, and I've been sober also a year and 4 months as of right now. And not one single drop of alcohol in a year and 4 months. I've had my moments where I've been tempted, but I haven't. And that's a really good thing that I decided to kick out of my life because it was ruining my relationship with my family, my parents. I don't have any other family, to be honest. Just people I consider extended family. That is a very small circle of people at this moment. And I'm quite proud of that because I would rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies, to be honest. If you have 100 pennies, eventually one of them's going to turn to that bad scent and totally ruin you, trip you up, and make you fail. So I'm pretty happy with my life right now as a whole. And hey, what else can I say? It's not as bad as it seems. And to be honest with you, I couldn't be happier at this moment. Well, I could be, but I'm making the best out of everything. A lot of stress. I get this whole pitter patter of bad thoughts here and there, but yet I douse them out pretty good, and quickly for that matter. And so I have worked on trying to better myself, and I think I'm there. And this video is, pretty much testament to the fact that I'm still here and that I'll be here for a very, very long time. And I just hope to keep going for another 20, 30, 40 years. I doubt it, but oh well. But sometimes there's a lot of surprises. I had even gotten so discouraged the other day that I didn't know why it was taking God so long to murder me. And that's a pretty desperate profession to come out of your lips, to actually dare God to murder you, which I really hope he doesn't anytime soon. And I just really, it just came to the point where I just kind of like gave up and totally lost footing for a while, but I'm okay now. And I'm just really enjoying things in life, and I couldn't be happier at this moment, in spite of the circumstances. If I'm not happy, then I tell myself I'm happy, and eventually I'll believe it, because that's the funny thing about telling yourself things, because if you tell yourself things enough, you'll believe them. And that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm hoping to believe that life will get better, and that it'll stay better. I've been in tougher jams than this before, with just stress in general, and I managed to come out on top. And that's pretty much the whole deal with me lately. I know this video is going to run around 30 minutes total on YouTube, and I'm happy to bring it back. Kind of, if I've lost any viewers or whatever, it's just the way it is. Because I don't remember the last time I even dropped a video. It could have been a year or less ago, but it's been a while. So hopefully by dropping this video, I'll get more subscribers, I'll get some views. Figure if a 9-year-old can make $1 million in a year off YouTube, I can at least try to get up on that and try to make my million on YouTube in a year as well. And hopefully with this film being completed, it'll be pretty much the money maker, because if it sells off to Lionsgate or whatever, then I stand a chance of making some pretty healthy green. Over $1 million for a script. The Sixth Sense, whenever it got pitched, it sold for like $2.5 million. So there's promise and there's potential in things. You just have to reach out and grasp it and hold on to it. So that's pretty much all that's going on, and keep looking up, because that's where the greener pastures are, honestly, in life. So, I hope you're doing well, and I hope that this video finds you well. And tell your friends, subscribe. Subscribe, I command you to subscribe. Ooh. Subscribe, okay, like the video, and like I said, tell your friends, tell your family if you dare. But yeah, I hope that everyone has a fabulous day, evening, morning, weekend, week, and night. Wherever this finds you, have a good one, and we'll be seeing you on the flip side, and take care.